All right, cousins. This is your cousin Papote, and I bring you to me what I consider a treat. It's my boy.
Arab.
His name is Arab.
The Sheik of the Burning Bronx.
He's an original member of Savage Skulls,
Still
Vice President and current active member. And I wanted him to give us a little breakdown on the South Bronx and, you know, Boricuaism, whether it's gangs, whether it's salsa, whether it's Taino, the understanding of what we got.
Cold and rainy day.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up.
We started here. The schools. We started in '52. You see the school?
All right.
That's where we started at.
All right.
Park.
How many members you had in the schools,
bro?
Well,
originally we was one gang. We was a gang called the Demons. I mean, not the Demons. The Hell Preachers.
All right.
And what happened is in a rumble at St. Mary's with this gang called the Red Devils.
All right.
You know?
Yeah.
So in that rumble, the president of the Red Devils, which his name was Plomo, got killed by, you know, they shot him with a shotgun. So the police was hunting us because, you know, everybody knew who was rumbling there. Everybody had patches.
Wow.
So we went underground. Well, after being underground, you know, the police fucking with us, the preachers broke up. From the preachers came the Savage Skulls and the Savage Nomads.
All right, all right. So that had to be way before that movie, 80 Blocks to Tiffany Street.
Yeah, that's in the 80 Blocks to Tiffany was in the 80s. They made that, or the 70s.
What's your opinion? What's your opinion on that movie? That shit wasn't right?
Yeah, that movie is a piece of shit.
Wow, brother.
That shit don't even got a lot of truth.
They got a lot of dudes. They were just bugging out. It wasn't real truth.
That bro Diana, that's on that film.
All right.
That's fucking with the Haram Warner.
Right.
She just passed away.
Wow.
She just passed away. She had throat cancer. That's my nephew's ex-wife.
All right.
Her name is Diana Arena.
All right. So how was your relationship with other gangs out here? Like, there was other gangs out here.
Yeah, at that time, you know, we was the top dog, so everybody was out to gun us. You know, they figure you beat the skull, you the dog. You know, you the big Willie in the neighborhood.
Well, a lot of people understand that the Nomads were top dogs at one point.
The Nomads is a brother club because originally we was all one gang, the Hell Preachers, and then when it broke off, that came the Skulls. It was supposed to be called the Savage Skull Nomads.
All right.
But what happened was, you know, Black Benji, which is the original president of Nomads, and Blackie, the president of the Skulls, they were undecided. So Benji said, you just make the Savage Skulls and I'll make the Savage Nomads.
All right, yeah, I knew they had an affiliation, but I didn't know the breakdown.
And that's how they came out. So all the original Nomads and the original Skulls, at one time it was all one club, you know. That's why we're real tight. Because you see, we still around. We got a lot of old members that are still around. A lot of their old members that started, that been there from the beginning, you know, they're like us, you know, they're original members. You know?
Let me ask you a question about, like, the Puerto Rican paradigm as far as at that time. Because at that time, you had, like, a lot of revolutionaries. Like, you had, like, the young laws, you had shit like that going on. Like, you know, how did you embrace your Puerto Ricanness? Did you just do the Taino thing, or what was it going on in your head as a Boricua?
I knew two things. I was born a Puerto Rican, I'm going to die a Puerto Rican.
All right.
You know, that's all I needed to know.
That's good shit. That's
other than that,
shit.
my affiliation with the revolutionary shit that was going on with, like, the Young Lords, the Black Panthers, all that didn't interest me or anything. And the type of shit they did wasn't up our alley.
All right, all right.
We was more neighborhood oriented in the sense that, you know, it first started out protecting the turf.
Right, immediate community. Right. I got
that's how it started.
The bigger community. Right.
That's how it originally started, protecting our turf and all that shit. You know, until we branched out and we found out, you know, we started learning about motorcycle clubs and all that. We said, oh, that's what we wanted. That's why you see, from the time we started, all the gangs they used to use. Before that, they used to use like high school jackets. When we started,
the Lee jackets and shit.
No, they were using
the high school jackets. Right, like the Jets and
shit like that. Right, you know, with the pom-poms and shit like that.
All right.
And then us, we was the first one to model ourselves like a motorcycle gang. Even though we was a street gang.
Right.
So we was the ones flying the Lee jackets, cut off with the motorcycle boot, and then everybody.
What's the exact difference between an outlaw and a nomad? Like, you know what I mean?
A nomad is a guy that roams, you know.
Right, street roamer, right.
See, in my club,
no bike necessary.
Right, no. He's not attached to a chapter. Like you see me. In my club, I'm a nomad because I could go stay. If you got a chapter in Pennsylvania, I go stay over there like I'm a, you know, like I'm original member. You know, like I'm part of that crew. You know, like a original crew member there. You know.
All right.
You know, that's what nomad does. It gives you the
You could go give a guest in somebody's house and shit like that.
Right, and any of our you know, chapters.
All right.
You could go anywhere.
So name me some of the older gangs, like, you know, maybe rivals or maybe like friends, like, you know, back in the day. Who was in the Bronx in them days, bro?
At that time was the Turbans.
The Turbans, where was that? Like, give me the place where it was at. All right, Milford and Jennings. What's up?
Yeah, between Freeman.
Then you had guys like you had the Flying Dutchman and Mohegan Avenue.
You had the Flying Dutchmans on
Mohegan
Boulevard, Mohegan, right?
Yeah.
And Daly and all that around that area.
Right.
Had them, had the Seven Immortals, had the Javelins, had the Ghetto Brothers.
Wow. Those are great old names.
The Black Spades, the Black Pearls. You know, they had a lot of clubs, a lot of gangs.
Yo, let me ask you a question. I mean, not to cut you off, we're going to continue on the subject, but how you know this guy, Papote?
Papote?
How you know Papote?
What is it? Boricua. What was that word you used before?
Borica Medico?
No, what is it?
Borica Medics?
There you go.
Come on, man. You know me older than that shit, man. Borica Medics was just born,
way back.
All right, you can say we go at least 25 years. I mean, when this first started up here, like you did with me in the Bronx, man.
Exactly. That's how we bump heads, you know?
All right.
And, you know.
And from then, I'll tell you one thing, yo. Arab, you always brought the knowledge with you as far as to the young bloods, man. You showed a lot of people interest. Yo, you ain't no scientist, but I'll tell you one thing. You captured a lot of people's interest, young guys here, with their Puerto Ricanism and their Tainoism and the whole embracing of the whole Puerto Rican paradigm.
That's another thing, you know. Speaking from my experience, back then when I was young, Latino families were real close-knit, and they were real, you know, into their culture. Like, you know, they were proud to be Puerto Rican. They were proud, like a revolutionary. You know, you could say that. You know, if there was anything happening in the island, they'd be the first to give me a gun and let's go. You know, like that. That type of body. I was brought up like that. You know, we were brought up with the Pedro Avicio Campo in our hearts and shit like that. I'm
saying, because I get more propaganda as far as for Puerto Ricanism and all that from you. You always with your buttons.
Back then the families were like that. Puerto Rican families, they were like that. You know, there wasn't antisocial or anything. It was that they were real into their culture, man.
All right.
You know, they were proud. You know,
all right. So you guys in your colors, you have Puerto Rican flag in your colors when you rock your shit?
We wear a little flag on the side, you know.
On the side, like a token shit.
Yeah,
like you dig what I mean?
Sort of flag on the vest.
So, in your opinion, how many original Savage members are still around?
That's
a lot, right?
You could say there's more than a handful, you know.
Right.
You know, basically there's a lot of them that are still doing a lot of time, bro. A lot of them that's been in jail for the last 25 years ain't, hasn't seen no street.
Wow,
you know?
Wow. So you see, we're standing here in front of Dawson Park.
That used to be a street.
Right. This used to look different, right?
Yeah, that used to connect Banana Kelly. The block there, it used to run right in the middle of the park. Buildings on both sides, on this side here on Dawson, and on the Beck Street side. It used to be a whole street.
Yeah.
You know, they used to call Banana Kelly, used to connect with Kelly right there, over there. There used to be a whole, that block there, that's Kelly.
Banana Kelly, yeah.
No, Banana Kelly's over there, that's Kelly. But there used to be a connecting block there, you know.
Oh, okay.
The same size as that block, with the same amount of buildings. You know?
Right. And this used to be a whole series of abandoned buildings right here, right? And before that it was buildings, and then it was abandoned before that again, right? Like layers of burnt,
let's say you got 30 buildings in the block.
Right.
20 of them were burnt out.
Wow, dude.
And the other ones were like run by slumlords, you know?
Right. Oh man, talk about slumlords, man. Let's break this shit down, man. Yo, gangs are accused of burning the South Bronx now.
Well, you could say that we did a little dirty deeds,
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. If a Boricua could take accountability for doing trifling things, who were you doing it for?
For the landlords.
The landlords. They were just paying cheap fucking...
Listen, when you got 10 buildings burnt out and you're a landlord, 10 buildings around you burnt out, you know, the only tenants you got are the work tenants you could get.
Right, squatters and shit.
Yeah, or you got to hunt on, or, you know, at that time, warfare was tough at that time, you know?
Right.
Everything we used to come through the mail, you used to get your welfare check in the mail on the 1st and the 16th.
Right,
you know? So, you know, you had to guard your mailbox, you know, forget it. So the landlords, it was easier for them to pay somebody because they only got half a building full, the building's about to go under, the neighborhood is already under.
Right.
So it was cheaper for them to pay somebody, burn an apartment, you know, burn the rest of the building and collect insurance.
Right.
You know?
And they were frank about it? They let you know, like everything was all good?
That's a secret, you know that. I mean, you don't let them know because they'll write you out. But basically, all the buildings that burnt out like that, it was because the landlord, you know.
Right. He instigated it so you could get out of it. I heard that a lot of Boricuas wasn't paying rent on purpose, though. Was that the case?
That too. Who's going to pay a building that holds 200 apartments and only 100 of them are
could be occupied, right.
The rest are abandoned.
So it wasn't because Boricuas were necessarily 100% irresponsible. No. It was because the living condition was so fucking trashed out that the combination of the tenants living there and the landlords making a profit became an impossible situation. So burning it down was like the answer, all right?
You know what? That all paid off.
Always blaming Boricuas for everything, motherfuckers.
It all paid off because, you know, at the end, all right, we burnt it, but we also rebuilt it. Now you see the South Bronx is one of the prettiest places.
If you think about it, hell yeah, bro. You know,
all the drugs are gone. You know, I mean,
that's a fabulous irony.
You still got the drugs, but not like before. Before it was like, I mean, forget it. It was Korea, little Korea they used to call it.
A lot of dudes that come from the Bronx, a lot of dudes that's like aware now, they don't understand when it was the real Bronx. This is soft. This is fucking Pleasantville,
dog. That tells you right there, Fort Apache's right off the block. That's the most famous precinct around. You go to California, motherfuckers, you ever heard of Fort Apache in New York? Yeah. You know?
All right. We're going to pick this up right now. I'm going to take a break with the camera, and we'll get part 2 with Arab, South Boogie Down Bronx with your brother, your cousin Papote over here.